Welcome everybody to J Master Productions. I am your best friend Justin, and what a joke everything is in regards to these pictures. Now, I just made a video 2 days ago. You guys should check that out in regards to the whole situation with Venezuela and what the real agendas are behind that. So I'm not gonna go get into that whole thing in this video. But what I do want to talk about is just what a joke everything is. I mean, the media, these politicians, the fact that people believe this shit, it's totally and utterly ridiculous, man. The first picture I saw was this one, right? And I guess this also was released 2 days ago. Because I realized that this picture was released like right after I posted the video about Venezuela. The first thing I thought of, I laughed when I saw this picture because I just thought about, oh my God, how ridiculous is this? I couldn't even put into words how ridiculous this all is, especially this one with the thumbs up, him smiling with the head of the DEA. In this picture here, it looks like he's about to get shipped off into outer space or something. It looks like he's about to light up a blunt, and just get shipped off into another dimension or some shit. I don't even know, man. It's hard to put into words, man, that people can possibly believe this stuff. But let's look at the situation rationally, okay? So we got Nicolas Maduro, the president of a country, right? Venezuela. Just somehow, some way, in the blink of an eye, got swooped up by the United States and captured him and his wife. Not just him and his wife. Captured overnight and is going to go to federal prison or something. I don't really know. But they somehow, some way, they got into a president of a nation's home, captured him without really making any ruckus. Somehow his security didn't get notified, or there was no fight between or struggle between their Secret Service or the security that he has. I mean, does he not have security? Of course he does. All of these presidential candidates of whatever nation or whoever, they all have security, right? And I know people are going to have their excuses. Oh, well, it's because the United States has the most prestigious, top-notch, and professional military in the entire world. Yada, yada, yada. And I understand it, right? I totally get that. But you see, that's a very surface-level saying. Because why is China, Iran, and Russia the allies of Venezuela? Why are they not getting involved? I know, they condemn it. They can condemn it all they want. But why are they not doing anything about it? It must be because this is part of a plan, part of an agenda, right? Because it's not about freeing the Venezuelan people, as I said in my previous video in regards to this topic and what happened. It's not even really about oil, because a lot of people, they seem to get past the surface level, right? Of, oh, it's about freeing Venezuela, a better life for them. And then they get to the oil. Well, no, it's actually about taking their natural resources and taking over their oil fields so it can enrich, the rich and keep the poor more poor, which is true. It's not wrong. But there's an even deeper agenda behind it that a lot of people that a lot of people are missing. And what this is really about is technocracy. Destroying to rebuild. They're going to rebuild Venezuela's infrastructure, more likely, probably make a smart city. Kind of like how the agendas here in the United States, there's plans to do that. And the way they do it in the United States is if people don't want to leave particular areas, let's use what happened in, what's it called, in North Carolina. Asheville, North Carolina. If what happened in Asheville, North Carolina, it happened over a year ago. That huge storm that happened, they're 400 feet above sea level and miles inland, and they got hit with, a tsunami type hurricane where it just wiped the entire town out, and all these people died, and the town still hasn't recovered, right? They're going to build new infrastructure. You see, if people don't leave, if the government tries to buy things out and people don't listen or they don't want to comply, they're just going to force you out by causing crazy weather, natural disasters that might happen. So that's the whole agenda. And they're going to make it a surveillance state. They're going to rebuild with all this new high-tech surveillance stuff. They'll probably go hand in hand, obviously, with artificial intelligence, a digital ID, scanning you, facial recognition, all that stuff. So, that's really the goal behind this. And it's not just Venezuela that's going to happen. It's not just the United States. This is the agenda for the whole world. And this is also about causing tensions between nations, right? Where these nations are going to be condemning each other for doing this. Maybe there's going to be World War III. Maybe there isn't. But the war would be very prosperous, right? For obviously the bankers, for destroying and rebuilding, for an antichrist figure, right, to come in and call for peace and be a leader of the New World Order. You know, I used to say in my content, which I think I'm wrong about, because, you know, you always have to admit when you're wrong. I used to constantly say that Barack Obama would be the head of the New World Order. I no longer think that. What I think now is it's going to just be an AI bot. Like, it's not even going to be a real legitimate human being. It's just going to be AI. It's going to be the government. It's going to run the world, be our leader, because they're going to say AI, it can't be wrong. It's always right. It's more empathetic than humans. Humans are corrupt. They can be bought and paid for. Stuff along those lines, right? And people over time, they might not accept it at first, but all they have to do is normalize it, the powers that be. They just have to make this a normal thing, and people will accept it. They have to show, you know, they'll use celebrities, they'll even use politicians, famous people. They'll probably show all these commercials of how wonderful AI is and how it's better than the work of humans because it's always accurate and it can't be bought out. It's never wrong. It has more empathy than humans, right? And all they got to do is normalize it. And, you know, people of the older generations who are going to die off eventually, they're going to be the least they're going to be the least willing to accept it. So, and once they die off, you know, they're just going to be forgotten about and left behind. And then it's going to be, you know, the new generation, my generation, and especially younger, that's going to grow up with this stuff, and it's going to be normalized, and it's going to become a part of our lives. And that's really the whole goal with all this stuff is why they went and captured Maduro. And again, how could they possibly go into another country and do this? I mean, they just took over Venezuela. Trump even claimed it, that they run Venezuela now. And now he's talking about Greenland, Mexico, Colombia, Cuba, right? All these nations that they're just going to go and take over. And obviously MAGA is about it because MAGA is behind whatever Trump does. If Kamala Harris did it, the MAGA people would be worried because they're going to say, oh, that's stupid because it's going to cause war. It's going to put people's lives at risk. But they don't care if Trump does it. When Trump does it, they say, oh, America, yeah, we're the best military in the world. Yeah, get smacked. You see, the MAGA people believe in violence. They want to go into a country. They want to murder innocent lives. They want to take over a nation that they have no business being there in the name of, oh, we're helping them. Oh, this is for their own benefit. We're freeing these people, and we have to use violence as a means of doing so. Innocent people have to die. Who cares if their land gets taken over? Who cares? But you see, if the same thing happened to them, I'm sure they wouldn't like it. But because they believe it's for a political cause and the betterment of America, and they're just so obsessed with Trump, and they trust Trump so much, they think that this is good. They believe in it. I mean, think about it. Think about how dumb, docile, and ignorant you have to be to actually say to yourself, well, in order to get more freedom, in order to get to a better life, we have to murder. We have to take over land that's not ours. We have to take over and steal resources that aren't ours. Imagine the ignorance you have to be at in order to actually think that that's a true statement. And this has nothing to do with me being liberal or on the other side, because I ain't neither. I don't take political sides. So just because I'm not pro-Trump, that doesn't mean I'm pro-Kamala Harris or a Democrat of any kind. Because I know obviously a lot of the Democrats, oh, we can't be going in there. This is wrong. War is wrong. It is wrong. I totally agree. But you see, the liberals still think that some sort of politician is going to come and save the day. The liberals think the conservatives are the bad guys, the same way the conservatives think the liberals are the bad guys. People just cannot see who the real enemy is. The real enemy stares you in the face every single day, and most people just don't realize it. Yeah, I mean, because this really looks like the face of a guy, you know, who's all upset. He's giving thumbs up. He's pointing at the camera. I mean, he again, this is just all part of the show, man. It's just I can't even put into words how pathetic this all is and the fact that people believe it. But like I said earlier, the Americans just believe everything. Anything the government says is true, they believe, and anything the government says is not true, they believe to be not true. People do not have a working brain. They wake up every day, they go to their job that they hate, they pay taxes, they pretend that they like their coworkers that they really don't like, and then they come home, and then maybe they go to the gym or whatever the hell they do, run errands, go spend $500 for a week worth of groceries, and they come home and they sleep, and they don't have a clue as to what's taking place around them. And it's really scary because this is our future, right? And what does Trump keep talking about now, right? He's talking about going after these other countries because this is probably going to be what's going to come soon in order for the New World Order to come about. The United States is just going to come after all these countries. I mean, it's really crazy. And we know that when they, all these presidents communicate because, look, like, let me actually fix this picture here. The Freemasonic handshake, right? This is a message. This is how they show you who they are, right? Because the Freemasonic handshake, let me get the picture if I could find it. I can't find it. Here we go. Yeah, this is the Freemasonic handshake. This is how the occult communicates with each other, through signs and symbols, so that other occult members will see this and say, oh, okay, I see what this is really about. You see, the public, the vast majority of the people out there, they have no idea what the signs and symbols are because they aren't taught it. And if you tell them about it, they think you're crazy. They think you're paranoid. They think you're a conspiracy theorist, even though all these things are right in front of us. So this is going to be the new, the new normal. After Venezuela operation, says the whole hemisphere is in play, whatever that means. So, again, I'm not going to get into because I kind of already did in a previous video. But he's talking about taking over countries now. This really looks like it's leading into World War III. I can't predict the future. None of us can. But my point is with making these videos is to make you aware of what's really going on around you, because all this stuff that's happening, I read all the comments on social media from people about this stuff, and people just, I shouldn't say no one, but 99% of people just don't see the bigger picture. It's either they're stuck in the surface level of what they think is going on, or they can get past it a little bit, but they still go down these rabbit holes of, it's about Israel. It's all the Jews that control everything. And listen, there's truth in Zionism is a problem, and that Zionism is a big influence in the world. But what they're not realizing is it's not all Israel. It's not all Zionists. It's not all Jews. It's not all, white people. It's not all black people. It's not all Democrats. It's not all Republicans, whatever. But this is just really ridiculous, all of this stuff. It's so crazy to me that, people cannot figure out what's really taking place. Let me actually get myself out here so you can read that if you want. But, it's really ridiculous, the stuff people believe. I don't know what to do anymore. I don't know what to say because no one cares about anything. I'm going to keep coming on here and telling you what's really taking place, even if people don't listen. But the problem is that people are so deceived. People don't give a shit, which baffles me. You listen, it's 2026, okay? Rent is unaffordable. Homes are unaffordable. Groceries are unaffordable. Everything is unaffordable for the average American. But this is what's important, is taking over these countries and all that. This is what's important. What do we need Greenland and Venezuela and Colombia and Cuba or Mexico? What do we need these countries for? Seriously, even the people of those countries might be happy about it because they might think that they're going to get law or freedom or opportunity similar to Americans. It's true. The Americans are probably the most free people in the world, but the fact of the matter is that none of us are actually free. If you're being told what to do and what to think all the time, and if you can't say certain things about certain people, and if you can't say certain words, and if you're getting taxed half to death on everything you do, and if you don't have access to certain information that people of certain status might have, you're not free. You're not really free. You have the illusion of freedom. That's what all of us have. Just like you have the illusion of voting. People think their votes count. These presidents or any candidate in government of any nation is handpicked by the elite. They're not voted there. They're handpicked for a particular agenda to fulfill. And that's what the average American just cannot seem to understand because it's too crazy for them. You know why it's too crazy for them? Because then that means that the dumb, docile, ignorant American needs to look themselves in the mirror and admit, oh, I was wrong. Now I got to change. Now I got to re-educate myself. Now I got to look at things differently, and I have to change. And that's too painful for a lot of Americans to do. But anyway, not to get too off topic, like, it's funny. I mean, this stuff is crazy. It's funny. Like, oh, geez, man. I mean, you gotta be a real stupid son of a bitch, excuse me, to believe any of this is legit, to believe any of this is real, to actually fall for this. And then to support it on top of that, to support, oh, this is great. We're freeing all these countries. God bless America. Let's go bomb a country. Let's go kill some people, take over their land and take over their resources. Yes, America, freedom, freedom. Yeah. Oh, God, it's such a joke. It's such a joke. And then obviously the people on the liberal side, right? Oh, no, they're just trying to take their oil. It's about their natural resources. Oh, my God, we're going to make Israel even more rich. Yeah, it's true. But hey, even beyond that, this is about technocracy. This is about World War III. This is about a shift in the way we live life. This is about rebuilding infrastructure. This is about inching us closer to a new world order. However it might come here, I can't predict the future. But all I know is this has nothing to do with oil, freeing Venezuelans. It's about the new world order. It's about shifting the way we live life. And again, not everything happens instantly. It takes time. But what a way to start off 2026. I mean, the elites are not playing around. The elites are doing this right in the beginning of their new year, because it's not really the new year. It's their new year. If you know, you know. But anyway, let me know what you guys think about this whole ridiculous situation, about these pictures, about Nicolas Maduro, about the agenda behind everything here, where you think it's really headed. Let me know what you think about Trump talking about taking over all these nations and what you think about that. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe, leave your thoughts, share it around, and I will see you guys in the next video.